Hello students, in this today's solid state lecture number 2 we are going to discuss symmetry elements. What is the definition of a space lattice or crystal lattice, and the definition of a unit cell and types of different unit cells, and finally classification of the crystal systems. Okay, so this is the lecture number 2 solid state. Now a crystal possesses three types of symmetry elements. How many types of symmetry elements? Three types of symmetry elements. The first one will be the center of the symmetry. Center of symmetry, it is an imaginary point in the crystal that any line drawn through it intersect or bisect the surface of crystal at the equidistance on either sides. Equidistance on either sides. That means, let's suppose this is a crystal. So this is the center of the crystal. Inside the crystal, this is the center of the symmetry. Now from this point, if you draw a straight line on both the sides, the point will be present on the equidistance. Are you getting my point? Otherwise, if you see above and below, otherwise if you see front side and back side surfaces, from the equidistance the point will be present. Such point is referred as what? Center of the symmetry. Center of the symmetry. Otherwise we can say, in a crystal, if you draw body diagonals. So what is the meaning of a body diagonal here? It is a imaginary line which is passing through the two opposite corners. Two opposite corners. Let's suppose here we are taking the one body diagonal. Let's suppose, so this is the first body, this is the corner, and opposite corner here this one. So if you join these 2 points, these two corners, you will get a line which is a body diagonal. Okay. Similarly, if you see these 2 points, if you draw these 2 points, again you will get a one more body diagonal, second body diagonal. Okay. Now this will be the third body diagonal, and next to this will be the fourth body diagonal. Okay. If you see all the 4 body diagonals, when they meet at a particular point, so from this point all the corners will be present at equidistance. Such point is referred as a center of the symmetry. Is referred as a what? Center of symmetry. Okay. Now the second one will be the plane of symmetry. It is an imaginary plane which can bisect the crystal into 2 equal parts, and these 2 equal parts will be present like a mirror images of each another. Okay. It is an imaginary plane which can bisect the crystal into 2 equal halves, and these equal halves will be like a mirror images. Okay. Now again, in the plane of symmetry there are 2 types of plane of symmetries. Number 1, rectangular plane of symmetry, and number 2, diagonal plane of symmetry. In case of a rectangular symmetry, plane of symmetry, here what happens? If you see 2 opposite faces are equally bisecting with the help of an imaginary plane. Such type of imaginary plane which can bisect 2 opposite surfaces equally, such plane is called a rectangular plane. Okay. So here we can take the 3 rectangular plane of symmetry. So one is like this. This is a one rectangular plane of symmetry, and the second one will be this is the rectangular plane of symmetry. This is a imaginary plane which can bisect the crystal into 2 equal halves, and one more rectangular plane of symmetry will be like this. This is the third rectangular plane of symmetry, so through which the crystal can be bisected into 2 equal halves. Okay. So total how many types of rectangular plane of symmetries? 3. And next one will be the diagonal plane of symmetry. Just now I told you, so this is the corner and this is the corner on the same plane. Okay. And this is the opposite. If you draw these 4 corners with the help of a plane, if you see this plane, it is a body diagonal plane which can bisect the crystal into 2 equal halves. Are you getting my point? So this is the first 2. And the next one, this will be the second body diagonal which can bisect the crystal into 2 equal identical halves. This will be the second one. Okay. Now this will be the third one, body diagonal plane, which can bisect the crystal into two equal halves. Okay, and this will be the fourth one, which can bisect the crystal into two equal identical halves. Okay, now this will be the fifth one, which can bisect the crystal into two equal halves. And one more will be there, that is the sixth one, which is the last body diagonal plane of symmetry. So total there are how many diagonal plane of symmetries? 6. And rectangular plane of symmetries? 3. So total we have 6 plus 3 will be equal to 9. This is called plane of symmetry, POS, plane of symmetry. Out of 9, 3 rectangular plane of symmetry and 6 diagonal plane of symmetry. Okay, now come to third symmetry element, nothing but the axis of symmetry. It is an imaginary axis. Okay, axis of symmetry is an imaginary axis or imaginary line passing through the center of the crystal. Okay, and through which, if the crystal is rotated, if more than one time, the crystal structure will be reappeared. More than one time, if the crystal structure will be reappeared, then such type of imaginary axis is known as a axis of symmetry. Once again, it is an imaginary axis passing through the center of the crystal, through which, if the crystal is rotated through a certain angle, if more than one time, if the same structure of the crystal will be reappeared, then that means that crystal will possess axis of symmetry. Okay, now here the rotation, suppose the same appearance of crystal will be repeated on rotating the crystal through 360 degrees divided by n, where n is an integer, around, okay, an imaginary axis. Such axis is called axis of symmetry, and the n value is called n-fold of axis, where n is known as the order of the axis. Here the n value may be 1, maybe 2, maybe 3, and so on. Are you getting my point? Let's suppose I am taking the one unit cell here. I am taking one crystal here. So this is a cubic crystal. Okay. In this cubic crystal, what I am doing here? I am taking the two opposite faces. This is the first face and this is the second opposite faces. And I am assuming one imaginary axis which is passing through the center of the crystal and as well as the center of the surface of the two opposite faces. Okay, if you rotate this crystal 90 degrees, for each 90 degrees you will get the same identical structure. So total 360 degrees, that means each 90 degrees you will get the identical structure. That means, so 360 by 90 degrees, so there is a 4 times the structure will be repeated. So that's why this is called four-fold axis of symmetry. This line, this imaginary axis is called C4 axis or four-fold axis. Are you getting my point? So such type of C4 axis will be total 3. So second axis of symmetry, and this will be the third axis of symmetry. Are you getting my point? Because there are total 6 faces are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. This will be 5 and backside will be 6. So by taking the two opposite faces, we can assume a imaginary axis. Total we can assume 3 imaginary axes. So C4 axis will be 3. Are you getting my point? Now, next one more axis we are considering here, passing through the opposite corners. From this corner to this corner, if you assume a imaginary axis, okay, through which if I am rotating 120 degrees, every 120 degrees you will get the same repeated crystal structure. So total you will get 3 times of the same repeated structure. That's why 360 by 120, that will be the 3. So that's why this is called threefold axis of symmetry. Now this type of C4 axis of symmetry or C3 axis of symmetry will be total 4, because every time you are joining the two corners. So total there are 4 corners in the above plane and 4 corners in the below plane. Total 8 corners are there. At every time you are joining the two opposite corners. So that's why 4 into 2, 8 corners. That means 4 into each corner joining the two corners joining the one axis. So that's why there are total 4 C3 axis of symmetries. Yes or no? Now one more type of axis of symmetry will be present here. Now what I am doing, I am taking, this is the edge, this will be what? Edge. So there are total, how many edges will be there? There are total 12 edges will be present here. How many edges will be present here? 12 edges are present here. So now what I am doing, I am taking the two opposite edges. So this is the edge and the opposite edge this will. So this is the center of the edge, this will be the center of the edge passing through the center of the symmetry, center of the crystal. Okay, by rotating 180 degrees, okay, at every 180 degrees, 80 degrees, the crystal structure will be regenerated or repeated. So total out of complete revolution, that will be the total 360 degrees, you will get the 2 times of the similar crystal structure repetition. That's why this is called 2-4 axis of symmetry. This is nothing but C2 axis, C2 axis. So there are total 12 edges, and each time you are taking the 2 edges. So that's why there are total 6 C2 axis of symmetry. Okay, and one more axis of symmetry we can consider here. So if you consider a hexagon, if you consider a hexagon, in this hexagon you will obtain C6 axis of symmetry, C6 axis of symmetry. Now here in this hexagon, if you see, this is a structure of a hexagon. In this hexagon, if you, this is the center of the symmetry, along which if you imagine a axis, imaginary axis, which is passing through the center of the symmetry and rotating every 60 degrees, you will get the same identical structure. So n is equal to 360 degrees divided by every 60 degrees. That means total you will get 6 times repetition of the structure. That's why this is called C6 axis of symmetry. C6 axis of symmetry, 6-fold axis of symmetry, 6-fold axis of symmetry. Okay, now here total how many number of symmetry elements will be present? 23. This is the objective question. Out of 23, how many number of center of symmetry elements will be present? Only 1. Now in case of a plane of symmetry is 3 plus 6, that will be the 9. And in case of axis of symmetry, if you see in axis of symmetry, C4 axis of symmetry will be 3 and the C3 axis of symmetry will be 4 and next to C2 axis of symmetry will be 6. So 3 plus 6 plus 4, that will be 13. Okay, 13 plus 1 plus 9, total 23 symmetry elements will be present. Total how many symmetry elements present in a crystal? 23. This is the objective question. Okay, now come to the next topic, space lattice or crystal lattice. It is the regular arrangement of a constituent particles in the 3-dimensional space. The regular arrangement of a constituent particle in 3-dimensional space is known as a space lattice or a crystal lattice. Here what is the meaning of a constituent particle? The constituent particle here may be atom, may be ion, may be molecule. That means the crystal, in a crystal, the constituent particle may be atom, ion or molecule which can be arranged in a 3-dimensional manner. Okay. Now the position which is occupied by the atom, ion, molecule is referred as a lattice point. Is referred as a what? Lattice point or lattice site. Lattice point or lattice site. The lattice point or a lattice site, it is nothing but a atom. It is nothing but a ion. It is nothing but a molecule. Are you getting my point? We know different types of crystals: molecular crystal, covalent crystal, ionic crystal, metallic crystal. The building block of the constituent particle may be atom, ion or molecule, which is known as a lattice point. Okay, so this is the simplest example regarding the space lattice. In the space lattice, what happens? Here the constituent particle which may be atom, ion or molecule which is repeated in the 3-dimensional axis along the x-axis, along the y-axis or along the z-axis. Are you getting my point? and these are the constituent particles which are present at the regular position in the three-dimensional space. These constituent particles nothing but the lattice points. These points known as what? Lattice points. Are you getting my point? Now, in the space lattice, the smallest portion which repeated in the three-dimensional space, it is referred as a unit cell. Now, in the space lattice, if you see the simplest portion, let's suppose I am considering the small cube here. This is the small cube which is repeated in the three-dimensional space to give the total structure of the lattice. Yes or no? So, this is the small portion of the units, small portion of the space lattice which is repeated in three-dimensional space. So, to generate the total structure of the crystal, this is known as a unit cell. This is known as what? Unit cell. Unit cell, it is nothing but the imaginary of the crystal. It is nothing but the imaginary of the crystal. Okay, it is the building block of the crystal. The building block of the crystal, it is known as a unit cell. Are you getting my point? Now, what are the characteristics of the crystal lattice? Each point is known as what? Lattice point or lattice site. Each point in a crystal lattice represented by one constituent particle. Just now I told you the particle may be atom, molecule, nothing but a group of atoms, otherwise an ion. Lattice points are joined by what? Straight lines to bring out the total geometry of the lattice. Are you getting my point? That means these points which are present in the crystal system, these points are drawn with the help of a straight line. With the help of what? Straight line to generate the total structure of the crystal. To generate the total structure of the crystal. Are you getting my point? Unit cell. Just now I told you the space lattice which can be further divided into small number of cells. Are you getting my point? Which is known as a unit cell. It can be defined as the smallest block of the space lattice or a crystal lattice. Okay. Entire crystal can be built up by the small repeated translational repetition in the three-dimensional space. That means it can be defined as the smallest block from which entire crystal can be built up by its translational repetition. Are you getting my point? That means if you see a small cube, if the small cube which is repeated in three-dimensional space, so that you will get a total entire crystal structure. Such type of repetition of a small cube or small portion, okay, in the three-dimensional space, so that you will get the total crystal structure. Such type of a small unit cell is a small portion is a unit cell. Unit cell is the smallest arrangement of the points which on repetition generate the whole structure of the crystal lattice. Just now I told you. And also it is known as a building block of the whole of the structure. A unit cell can be characterized by the dimensions. So along the edges, the length A, B, C along the three axes, and these edges may or may not be mutually perpendicular to each other. Number one. Number two, angles between the edges. The edge A, edge B, edge C, in between them what are the angles? Suppose the edge B and C, the angle between B and C alpha, and A and C beta, and A and B gamma. Are you getting my point? So depending upon alpha, beta, gamma, these are the angle between the edges, and A, B, C, these are the edges along the axis. Based upon that, there are different types of unit cells. Okay, here there is a diagram is given here. In this diagram, if you imagine a crystal in three-dimensional space, now it makes the three intercepts on x-axis. That is the intercept on x-axis OA, and y-axis will be OB, and z-axis will be OC. Okay, now here the OA distance I am taking the small a, and OB distance I am taking the small b, and OC distance I am taking the small c. Yes or no? These are called axial parameters. And the angle alpha will be here. If you see along the angle alpha, that is nothing but the OA opposite angle alpha, and OB opposite angle beta and OC opposite angle gamma. Yes or no? So these are the alpha, beta, gamma and ABC. Yes or no? Now if you see a simple unit cell, in a simple unit cell, what are the different types of parameters will be present? So first of all, number of edges. Do you know how many edges will be present? Do you know this is called one edge? See, this is the second one, this will be third one and fourth one. Again here also 4 edges. Okay. Now next here 8, this will be the 9, this will be the, so here once again I am repeating, these are the 4 edges and these are the 4 edges, 8 edges, 9th one, this will be the 10th one, this will be 11th one and this will be the 12th one. Total how many edges will be present? 12 edges will be present. At each edge there will be one center, this is called edge center. This is called what? Edge center. So there are total how many edges will be present? 12. So how many edge centers will be present? 12. Okay. Now come to faces. Now in a unit cell, if you see, in a cubic unit cell, if you see, this is called one face. This is called what? One face. Okay. So this is the first face. So this is the second face. This will be third face and this will be fourth face and this will be fifth one and the last sixth one will be the below the paper. Okay. Total how many faces will be present? 6 faces will be present. At each face there is a one center known as a face center. So 6 faces are there and also 6 face center positions will be present. Okay. Now come to corner. So corners of a cube will be total 8 corners will be present. Okay. So there are 8 corners. How many corners in a simple cubic unit cell? 8 corners. And next to body center. So there is only one body center. This body center is nothing but center of symmetry. This is nothing but what? Center of symmetry. What? Center of symmetry. Are you getting my point? Now come to how many number of body diagonals. Already I told you in the definition of a center of symmetry, there are total how many body diagonals will be present? 4 body diagonals will be present. Are you getting my point? This is the first body diagonal. Okay. And next this is the second body diagonal. Are you getting my point? This will be the third body diagonal and this will be the fourth body diagonal. Fourth body diagonal. So total how many body diagonals will be present? 4. Because at a time you are taking the 2 corners, there are total 8 corners. Out of 8 corners, each body diagonal possesses 2 opposite corners. So that's why there are 4 body diagonals. Now come to how many face diagonals will be present. Now face diagonal, if you see, this is the face diagonal will be having the opposite faces in the same surface. Okay, same face. Are you getting my point? So each face has how many diagonals? 2 diagonals. So there are total 6 faces. So 6 into 2, that will be the 12 face diagonals will be present. And 4 body diagonals will be present. So these are some important information regarding the cubic unit cell. Total number of edges 12. Total number of edge centers also 12. Number of faces in a cube 6. Number of face centers in a cube also 6. Number of corners in a cube 8. Number of body centers in a cube will be 1. Number of face diagonals will be 12. And number of body diagonals will be in a cube 4. Okay. Now, how to arrange the lattice points? So there are different types of arrangement of the lattice points, constraint points. Let's suppose number 1, one-dimensional space lattice. In one-dimensional space lattice, what happens? The constraint particles will be arranged only in a linear fashion in a straight line. Okay. To describe such type of representation, we require only one parameter, that will be the distance between the constraint particles. So this is not very important. Okay. Now come to second one, two-dimensional space lattice. This is nothing but a planar lattice. Okay. In a planar lattice, the representation of space, the representation of a constraint particles in two-dimensional along x-axis and y-axis like that. To describe such two-dimensional space lattice, we require 3 parameters. How many parameters we require? 3 parameters. What are the 3 parameters? two side distances, let's suppose A and B, and the angle between them, that will be the gamma. That will be what? Gamma. So there are two-dimensional space lattices total how many types? 5 types. How many types of two-dimensional space lattices? 5. What are those? Square unit cell, number 1. Number 2, rectangular unit cell. Number 3, hexagonal unit cell. Number 4, parallelogram unit cell. Number 5, rhombic lattice or rectangular with interior point. Rectangular with interior point. Let's suppose one by one if you see square unit cell. Now these are the constraint particles, and these constraint particles if you see horizontally as well as vertically, they are present at the equidistance. They are present where? At equidistance. Okay. Now if you draw these points in a straight line, okay, you will get the total geometry of the crystal. Yes or no? Now if you see horizontally, vertically, if you see, there will be same distance. Yes or no? In this square unit cell, if you see vertically as well as horizontally, if you see, the length will be remain same. So A will be equal to B, and the angle between these two will be gamma, that is the 90 degrees. Okay. Similarly, the second example, rectangular unit cell. In this rectangular unit cell, if you see the horizontal as well as vertical distances, if you see, the distances will be different, and which is A not equal to B. A not equal to B. Suppose this is the A and this is the B, but still the angle will be 90 degrees only. Okay. So gamma will be 90 degrees, but A not equal to B. And similarly, the third one will be the hexagonal unit cell, two-dimensional, where A equal to B, and the gamma will be equal to 60 degrees. How much the angle here? 60 degrees. Now parallelogram unit cell, where AB not equal and gamma is also not equal to 90 degree. So this is the most unsymmetrical unit cell in the two-dimensional lattice. Yes or no? And rhombic lattice or rectangular with interior point. That means here the interior point rectangular. Okay, this is the interior point. Here A equal to B, but the gamma value, it is not equal to 60 as well as 90 degrees. Okay. So the two-dimensional arrangement is also not that much of important. But come to the three-dimensional space lattice, this is very important. In three-dimensional space lattice, the regular arrangement of a constituent particle in three-dimensional space will be characterized by the 6 parameters. Already I told you 3 parameters will be the axial distances and 3 parameters are the angular distances. So the axial distances will be ABC and angular parameters will be alpha, beta and gamma. Okay. Now what are the types of unit cells? Unit cells are broadly divided into 2 categories. Number 1, primitive unit cell. Number 2, centered unit cell. Primitive unit cell, it is also represented as a simple cubic unit cell. Okay. Now here, in a primitive or a simple cubic unit cell, the constituent particles will be present only at the corner. That means if you see in a simple cubic unit cell, if you consider a simple cube, in a simple cube there are total how many corners in a cube? There are 8 corners in a cube. Yes or no? That means at each corner there will be a one constituent particle. At each corner there will be a one constituent particle. Such type of arrangement is known as a simple or a primitive unit cell. Okay. Now what is the next? Centered unit cell. In the centered unit cell, apart from the constituent particle present at the corner, some other positions also, some other location also, the constituent particles will be present. When a unit cell contains one or more constituent particles present at the positions other than the corners, that means in addition to the corners. Already at corners the points will be present, lattice points or constituent points will be present. Apart from some other constituent particles will be also present. So here the centered unit cells again categorized into 3 types. Number 1, body centered cubic unit cell. Number 2, face centered cubic unit cell. Number 3, end centered unit cell. Now in the body centered cubic unit cell, apart from the corner of a unit cell, there is a one particle present at the body center. One particle will be present at the center of the body in addition to the particles present at the corner. In the face centered cubic unit cell, apart from the each corner, there is a one particle present at the each center of the face. Each face center, there is a one more particle will be present in addition to the corner. And end centered unit cell, in this unit cell which contains one constant particle at the center of the any two opposite faces. So that means two particles on two opposite face centers apart from the one particle at the each corner. Okay. Now this is the classification of unit cells. There are two types of unit cell, primitive and centered. In a primitive only there will be each one particle will be located at the corner of a unit cell. Okay. Now in the centered unit cell, again there are three types: body centered, face centered, end centered. Body centered apart from the corner, that means in addition to the corner, there is a one particle at the center of the body. So total 8 plus 1, that means 9 particles. Here in the primitive only 8 particles. Now in a face centered, in addition to the corner, that means at each corner one particle will be present. Apart from that, at each face center there will be a one constituent particle. Yes or no? So these are the 6 faces. If you join these faces, you will get that these are the two opposite faces, and these are the two opposite faces, and these are the two opposite faces. Are you getting my point? So here 8 corners and 6 face centers, total 14 particles. Okay. Now in end centered, what happens? Apart from the each corner, that means in addition to the each corner, if you see, total 8 particles are there at 8 corners. Apart from that, one constant particle on the face center of opposite. So only 2 opposite face centers we have to consider, any 2 opposite face center. If you want to take this one, otherwise if you want to take these 2 opposite face centers, otherwise if you want to take these 2 opposite face centers, any 2 opposite face centers. That means overall 8 corners plus 2 opposite face centers, total 10 particles will be present. Yes or no? Now, types of crystal systems. This is a very, very important topic. So total there are 230 crystal forms will be present. Out of these 230 crystal forms, they are condensed into 32 classes based upon the symmetry, according to the symmetry. Now again the 32 classes according to the symmetry will be categorized into 7 crystal systems depending upon the crystallographic parameters. The crystallographic parameters nothing but A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma. So there are how many types of crystal systems will be present? 7 crystal systems will be present. Okay, let us see one by one. The first crystal system, it is total how many crystal systems will be present? 7 crystal systems. How many crystal systems? 7 crystal systems. This will be very important. How to remember these 7 crystal systems according to A, B, C and alpha, beta, gamma. The first one we have to remember as follows. The first system will be the cubic system. The second system will be the tetragonal system. Yes or no? Third one will be the orthorhombic system. Simply it is also known as a rhombic system. Yes or no? Fourth one hexagonal. Fourth one rhombohedral. Are you getting my point? Otherwise trigonal. Rhombohedral or trigonal system, both are same. Fifth one hexagonal system. Okay. Sixth one will be the monoclinic system. And last one will be the triclinic system. Remember, so this is very important. we have to remember the 7 crystal systems like this: cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic, rhombohedral, hexagonal, monoclinic and triclinic. Now what is the relation between the A, B, C? Here A, B, C, that will be the axial parameters. A, B, C will be equal and the angle alpha, beta, gamma will be equal to 90 degrees. So this is the cubic system. Are you getting my point? So in a cubic system, the 3 edge lengths will be equal and 3 angles alpha, beta, gamma will be 90. And come to triclinic, A not equal to B not equal to C, and alpha not equal to, beta not equal to, gamma not equal to 90. So it is very easy to remember first and last one. Cubic system, A equal to B equal to C, alpha, beta, gamma 90. But whereas triclinic, A not equal to B not equal to C, and alpha not equal to, beta not equal to, gamma not equal to 90. Okay. Now tetragonal, A not equal to B, but A equal to, in tetragonal system, A equal to B but not C. But alpha, beta, gamma still equal to 90 degrees. Okay. Orthorhombic system, A not equal to B not equal to C, still alpha, beta, gamma equal to 90 degrees. This orthorhombic system, it is also known as a matchbox type system. This is a orthorhombic system where the 3 lengths will be not equal, still alpha, beta, gamma value equal to 90 degrees. Yes or no? Now come to rhombohedral. In rhombohedral, A, B, C will be equal, but alpha, beta, gamma will be not equal to 90. In hexagonal, A equal to B but not C. This is very important. A equal to B but not C. Okay. Alpha, beta equal to 90, but the gamma value 120. Alpha, beta equal to 90, but the gamma value 120. And one more, we have monoclinic, where in the monoclinic A not equal to B not equal to C. Okay. Alpha equal to, gamma equal to 90 degree, but beta not 90 degree. Yes or no? Once again I am repeating all these 7 systems. Once again, this is very important. Number 1, cubic system, A, B, C equal, alpha, beta, gamma 90. And last system, triclinic system, A not equal to B not equal to C, and alpha, beta, gamma not equal to 90. Next system, tetragonal system, where A equal to B but not C, but alpha, beta, gamma equal to 90. Third system, orthorhombic system. This is simply matchbox type system. A not equal to B not equal to C, but still alpha, beta, gamma equal to 90. Next to rhombohedral system, where A, B, C all are equal, but alpha, beta, gamma not equal to 90. Hexagonal system, A equal to B but not C, alpha, beta 90, gamma value 120. In monoclinic system, A, B, C not equal, alpha, gamma equal to 90, but beta value not equal to 90. Yes or no? So this is a very, very, very important. Please remember the system, 7 crystal systems like in this manner only. Okay. Now, so this is the diagram I given here. Number 1, cubic system, A equal to B equal to C, alpha, beta, gamma 90. Now, what is the Bravais lattices? Just I will tell you. Here the example you see, sodium chloride, zinc blend, copper. Okay. Tetragonal, A equal to B but not equal to C, alpha, beta, gamma still 90. And examples will be white tin, SnO2, TiO2, CaSO4. Okay. Orthorhombic, simply we can say rhombic, A equal to A not equal to B not equal to C, but still alpha, beta, gamma 90. Orthorhombic system, it is known as a matchbox system. Okay. Now, next one, here, example, rhombic sulfur, potassium nitrate, barium sulfate, matchbox, here example given, duster. Okay. Now, rhombohedral or trigonal, A equal to B equal to C, but alpha, beta, gamma not equal to 90. Here the calcite, that is the limestone example, cinnabar, that is the mercuric sulfide. Next to hexagonal system, where A equal to B but not C equal to C, alpha, beta 90, where gamma 120, graphite best example, zinc oxide, cadmium sulfide. Okay. and we can say ice. Ice is also hexagonal system. Okay, next to monoclinic system. In monoclinic system, A not equal to B not equal to C, alpha gamma 90 but beta not 90. Example, monoclinic sulfur. Okay, Na2SO4 10H2O. And one more last example, triclinic system where A, B, C not equal and alpha, beta, gamma not equal to 90. Example, potassium dichromate, copper sulfate, pentahydrate, H3BO3, that is called boric acid. Okay. Now here what are the definition? What is the definition of a Bravais lattices? Bravais lattices. Okay. Now here Bravais lattices nothing but the name of a scientist Bravais, who is a mathematician. He fundamentally arranged, there are 14 possible arrangement of the three-dimensional lattice points. Fundamentally there are how many possibilities are there? 14 possibilities of arrangement of the three-dimensional lattices, which are known as what? Bravais lattices. So after the French mathematician who's first described them. Okay. So these Bravais lattices, total how many Bravais lattices will be present? 14 Bravais lattices. If you see in this table, the first system will be cubic system. In cubic system, there are three different types of Bravais lattices: primitive, face-centered, body-centered. Total 3 Bravais lattices. Tetragonal, we have 2 types of Bravais lattices. Number 1 primitive, number 2 body-centered. Total 2. Okay. Next, orthorhombic. This is very important. There are 4 types of Bravais lattices will be present. Primitive will be present, face-centered will be present, body-centered unit cell will be present, and end-centered will be also present. Next, rhombohedral or trigonal, only primitive unit cell will be present. Hexagonal is also only primitive will be present. In monoclinic, there are primitive and end-centered will be present. In triclinic, primitive only present. Are you getting my point? So total, if you see in the first crystal system, there are 3 types of Bravais lattices. Second, we have 2 types. Third one, we have 4 types. And fourth one 1, fifth one 1, but sixth one 2, seventh one 1. Total how many types of Bravais lattices will be present? Total 14 types of Bravais lattices will be present. Yes or no? This is very, very important. Now according to that Bravais lattices, we have some important objective questions we have. Now you see the first Bravais lattice. If you see in the cubic system, there are 3 types of Bravais lattices: simple, face-centered, and body-centered. Okay. The second will be the, if you see in orthorhombic or rhombic crystal system, you have total 4: simple, end-centered, body-centered, and face-centered also. Are you getting my point? In tetragonal, we have 2 systems, 2 Bravais lattices, simple and body-centered. Whereas in monoclinic, if you see, there are again 2, simple and end-centered. Okay. Now here, this will be the rhombohedral, this will be the triclinic, this will be the hexagonal. Yes or no? Now here, if you see, highly symmetrical crystal system will be the simple. If you see primitive or simple cubic. In simple cubic, what happens? A equal to B equal to C, and alpha, beta, gamma will be equal to 90. This is highly symmetrical system. This will be the objective question. And highly unsymmetrical system, that will be the triclinic, which is A not equal to B not equal to C, and alpha not equal to, beta not equal to, gamma is also not equal to 90. Highly unsymmetrical system will be triclinic, and highly symmetrical system will be the cubic system out of the 7 crystal systems. Now how many primitive unit cells will be present in the 7 crystal systems? 7. How? If you see in the tabular form, in each crystal system there will be a primitive. There will be a 1 primitive unit cell will be present. Yes or no? So total 7 crystal systems, so 7 primitive unit cells will be present. This is a very important question. Next, how many body-centered unit cells number of body-centered units will be present in how many crystal systems? Cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic. If you have any doubt, you see the table. So body-centered will be present in where? Cubic crystal system, number 1. Number 2, tetragonal system. Number 3, orthorhombic system. Cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic. Cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic system possess the body-centered unit cells. Okay. Now the face-centered unit cells will be present in how many? 7 types of crystal systems. Only in 2 types of crystal system, cubic and orthorhombic. If you have any doubt, you see the tabular form. In this tabular form, face-centered, I need face-centered. Face-centered will be present in the face-centered will be present in where? Number 1. Face-centered will be present where? Number 1, tetragonal. Face center will be present number 1, cubic face center will be present, and number 2, orthorhombic. Yes or no? Cubic and orthorhombic. Cubic as well as orthorhombic. And one more, end center will be orthorhombic as well as monoclinic end center will be present. Are you getting my point? Total, if you see Bravais lattices, that is the fundamental arrangement of the constituent particles in the 3-dimensional space, 14. 7 plus 3 plus 2 plus 2. Yes or no? Now there are some objective questions here. The first question, the total number of crystal systems and Bravais lattices. Crystal systems will be 7 and Bravais lattices will be how much? 14. So option B. Next question number 12. Out of 7 crystal system, how many have the body-centered unit cells? How many have the body-centered unit cells? Only 3. What are those body-centered? Cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic. Cubic, tetragonal, orthorhombic. Yes or no? Next to question number 13. In which of the following crystal system the end centered will be present? End centered will be present in the 2 systems. Number 1, orthorhombic. Number 2, monoclinic. Orthorhombic, monoclinic will be present, but orthorhombic is not there. The single correct option, so monoclinic. Okay. Now the question number 14. Which of the following is correct axial distances and axial angles for the rhombohedral? Okay. Now the question number 14. Rhombohedral, A equal to B equal to C, but alpha, beta, gamma which are equal and these 3 not equal to 90 degrees. Yes or no? So this will be the first option. This will be the option A. Okay. Now come to the question number 15. In this question number 15, a unit cell dimensions A not equal to B not equal to C, A not equal to B not equal to C, alpha not equal to beta not equal to gamma not equal to 90. This is highly unsymmetrical system. That's why the answer will be the triclinic. Okay. Question number 16. A matchbox exhibits. Just now I told you matchbox type of system will be the orthorhombic system. Orthorhombic system. Question number 17. In the question number 17, this will be the question number 17. In this question number 17, if all the 3 facial angles defining the unit cell are equal, that means alpha, beta, gamma equal and in magnitude, the crystal system cannot be. Question number 17. If you see in hexagonal, do you know only alpha is equal to beta, which is 90 degree, but whereas gamma value will be 120 degree. So here which cannot be is the question. That's why answer will be the option C. Okay. Now question number 18. In hexagonal, A equal to B but not C. But alpha beta equal to 90 degrees, whereas the gamma value equal to 120 degree. Question number 18, the answer will be the D option. If you see alpha beta 90, gamma 120, A equal to B but not equal to C. Okay. Now question number 19, orthorhombic crystal following the unit parameters. Orthorhombic system, I told you matchbox system, which is A not equal to B not equal to C, but still alpha, beta, gamma values equal to 90 degrees. Question number 19, option will be the C option. Okay. Now question number 20. Which of the following crystal system containing the maximum number of Bravais lattices? Maximum number of Bravais lattices will be present in the orthorhombic system. In orthorhombic system, there will be primitive unit cell, body-centered unit cell, face-centered unit cell, as well as end-centered unit cell. Total 4 unit cells will be present. If you have any doubt, see the tabular form. In this tabular form, only in orthorhombic system only there are 4 types of unit cells will be present. This is the maximum number of unit cells. Yes or no? Now come to the question number 21. The most unsymmetrical and symmetrical. Unsymmetrical triclinic and symmetrical cubic. So that will be the option B. Okay. And last one more question will be there. The crystal system of compound of with unit cell parameters, A value 0.328 nanometers and also B value 0.328 nanometers. But the C value 0.527 nanometer. That means A value equal to B but not C value. Okay. But still alpha, beta, gamma value equal to 90 degrees. This is corresponding to second crystal system, that is called tetragonal system. Tetragonal system, this will be the option B. Yes,